Hello everyone and welcome to episode 28 of the WCW 2000 save here on TEW IX. It's another Nitro, it's the go home show before the Great American Bash on Sunday. And again, we're just going to get right into this because the momentum is strong with both me and with the company, quite frankly. And let's just get right into it. We opened the show with Bret Hart coming down to the ring. The commissioner says it's been an amazing month for WCW. Record viewerships, record ratings, and the tour tournaments have been a huge success. He congratulates Benoit and Awesome on getting to the finals of the US tournament and wishes the remaining teams in the tag tournament good luck. It then turns his attention to the main event of the Great American Bash. Everyone knows he's no fan of Goldberg, but he's looking forward to the main event even if he is hoping that Sting gets the win. This brings Goldberg out. Bret tells him if he even steps in the ring, he'll get him fired. Goldberg stays outside and grabs a mic, says what happened? It happened. It was an accident, there was no ill intention, and he tells Bret, you stay out of my way, I'll stay out of your way. Easy peasy. Simple. 65 overall. Good start to the show. We move on to maybe the best match Cat Associates have ever been involved in. It has no red anywhere, which is a miracle. But they do lose in the semi-finals of the tag title tournament to Chronic when Brian Clark pins Mark Jindrak with the total meltdown. Not a huge surprise because, yeah, it's not a surprise. But Cat Associates maybe getting better. Potentially. Who knows? Afterwards, we have Disco Inferno and Berlin who are discussing strategy backstage, and Disco is going over the game plan to take on their opponents. Berlin, who seems to be chilling out a little bit, agrees to much to the Wall's surprise. They shake hands, says it's good to be back together. Now let's go win some gold. 34, I'm probably going to kill the crowd here. Or not, because the match is pretty good. It gets a 49. As Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Norman Smiley defeat Berlin and Disco Inferno when Norman Smiley pins Disco with a quick cradle. And Norman Smiley and Hacksaw Jim Duggan have a chance at the Great American Bash to win the vacant tag team titles. They have to face Chronic, but they have a chance to win the titles. Berlin and Disco come up just short, but they'll be fine, I'm sure. 49 overall. We then have a 32, so we've not fully killed the crowd at least. So that match was good, so that's positives. But they go backstage and they're in a jubilant mood. They're going to the pay-per-view and competing for the tag belts. Daphne's Angels then arrive with balloons and cake to celebrate. Hacksaw and Norman are both confused, but say what the hell. We're celebrating, and they all run away celebrating together with cake and balloons, that's very nice, isn't it? We then get a 58 for this match, which isn't bad. Ric Flair drew with Chris Kanyon. It says following a double disqualification. I selected the kayfabe injury option, so I don't know what's happened there. Either way, the match is fine. This was a bit of a throwaway just to get both guys something to do this week. And after the match, which gets a real good 65 actually, the match is stopped obviously because there was a kayfabe injury, which is what I put as the match finish. Flair leaves without showing much consideration for Kanyon, who's clearly hurt. Or is he? As Kanyon jumps up and starts doing some star jumps. As a visibly confused Ric Flair at the top of the ramp looks on. He's got the face that his profile's got, like what the hell is going on? But he's not that bothered because it's a TV title at the end of the day. And Kanyon is just a bit of a coward and keeps escaping these bad situations. 65 is really good though. We then get a 44, which I'm more than happy with. As Stevie Ray comes down to the ring and says these last few months have been pretty rough. His injury, his brother being, for a lack of a better word, an asshole, and the big revamp that WCW has had this past month. It's just been an interesting time in Stevie's life. But he's come back with a singular focus. He reminds Booker T what the plan was for Uncensored and says he's had word from Bret Hart that on Sunday it will be brother versus brother locked inside the steel cage. Booker T comes down furious and says he never agreed to this. The match was cancelled, so it can't just happen again. And Stevie reminds him, it doesn't matter. There's only 6 days to go and you've got nowhere to run. 44 overall. Decent enough as far as I'm concerned. We then have a surprise. Now, Lance Storm defeats Sabu to win the Hardcore Championship. We also had Jimmy Hart distract Sabu. So, Sabu's contract is up in August. I only signed him on a 6-month deal. I keep forgetting he exists. So, I find it quite amusing that Lance Storm would want to win the Hardcore title. But Lance Storm's the Hardcore champion. So there you go. And yeah, Jimmy Hart, and they're a good pairing, which is fantastic news. The segment is so bad. Oh no. Jimmy Hart grabs the Hardcore title and brings it into the ring to give to the new champ Lance Storm. He grabs the mic and says that Lance Storm is the best wrestler in the world and he can do it all, baby. He can wrestle, he can fight, and he's going right to the top. I thought this was going to be good because Jimmy Hart can cut promos. That's annoying. Oh well. We move on. The crowd's dead, so that's great. Benoit's with Kimberly, who asks how he's going to tackle the challenge of Mike Awesome on Sunday. Says it'll be tough, no doubt about it, but he asks, how's DDP doing? Kimberly says DDP's doing okay, he's just a bit banged up, but he's rooting for Benoit to get the win on Sunday. 43 overall, and Benoit's very risky angle idea was a success. The crowd, however, is brought back slightly to their feet to be unclear. As Mike Awesome defeats Kurt Hennig with the Awesome Splash, Benoit's looking on. Mike Awesome gets a big win before the pay-per-view, and he's also got great chemistry with Kurt Hennig to bring this match to a 60. Mike Awesome is the man, it turns out, so that's good. We then have this. Kidman comes to the ring with Tori by his side and says it's so nice to finally be free of that clown Rey Mysterio Jr. He's just jealous that Kidman has the looks, has the gold, and he has the girl. Rey comes flying down the ramp and surprise attacks Kidman before grabbing the title and the mic and says on Sunday he doesn't want the looks, he doesn't want the girl, but he will take the gold from Kidman at the Great American Bash. We're also changing Kidman's gimmick, which gets an adequate rating for a cocky youth, which is fine. 42 is, I mean, considering who's in the ring here doing talking and fighting, it's not bad. We then have Dustin Rhodes. He's met backstage by Vampiro, who tells him he respects the hell out of him, and while they may have a match tonight, he'll always be there if Dustin needs a friend. Dustin says thanks, he's having a hard time at the moment, but maybe some friendly competition is what's required. It's a 43, and their match gets a 57, which is decent. This is not going to be the best show though. Vampiro gets the win with a quick roll up on Dustin Rhodes, and Dustin Rhodes just cannot catch a break. That's it. He just can't catch a break. The bigger the match, the more he's likely to fall. And Dustin's just frustrated in the ring as Vampiro is like, try to get him up. And he's like, look, it's alright, mate. It's alright. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And then, aye. Okay, right. This is going to be a bad show rating, folks, because this is the main event. I guess a 35. A 35. They don't click. Goldberg destroys Rick Steiner. I initially had this as a 2-minute match. I maybe should have kept it that way. Oh boy. That's a bad main event. Let's just move on to a 56 rated segment. Sting congratulates Goldberg. He comes down and says it's a very impressive win, but it won't be that easy on Sunday. Goldberg agrees, but at the end of the night, the man to lead the new WCW will be the man, and that's Bill Goldberg. 56 overall. The show gets a diabolical 57. Oh Jesus. Yeah, let's just move on for that, because that's bad. That's not. We had such good momentum and everything was going really well. That show stunk. Now, the main event's part of the reason why. The main event was horrific. If the main event got like a 55, I think we would have been okay. We'd have got something in the low 60s, but not good at all. Viewing figures still over 3 million at least, but that was bad. Let's just move on from that. We have a big pay-per-view coming up on Sunday, folks. Please buy it after that show. Oh, terrible. Terrible. Is that the worst Nitro we've ever run? Yep, that's the worst Nitro we've ever run. Quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed. But we've got a big show coming up on Sunday. So far, we have Billy Kidman will take on Rey Mysterio Jr., Booker T and Stevie Ray will go one-on-one in the cage. Chronic will take on Jim Duggan and Norman Smiley for the tag titles. Mike Awesome and Chris Benoit will go one-on-one for the US title, and Sting will defend the World Heavyweight title against Goldberg. That's what we've currently got booked. We'll figure some other stuff out as well. Jimmy Hart, yeah, he's got decent promo and stuff. Ah, well, whatever. Lance Storm's gone up to 45, so that's a nice little bump for Lance. Sabu was angry about it, but I don't really care. Duggan, 43. Somehow Jim Duggan's lost popularity despite me pushing him way more than anybody should ever push Jim Duggan. But it's fine, whatever. Goldberg, how badly was he hit by that terrible main event? Not at all, thank God. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Terrible show. But I'm optimistic that this is going to be a good card. I'll throw a few more matches and some angles on in some capacity. And yeah, the Great American Bash, 5 days time. We're doing okay. Like, after that Nitro, where our performance is currently in the black. So, you know, optimism, people. Optimism. We didn't lose that much on sponsorships and 30 grand difference. Like, I'm hoping we can claw this back. We shall see. We shall indeed see. One option we could do is we could lower the ticket prices for TV shows. So normal, we're currently in the southeast, 64. So tickets are $15. 13, 11. I'm gonna try it for next week. Make our tickets cheap and see if we can just get a little bit more ticket sale. With a few more people in attendance, it also might make the ratings better as well. So, yeah. Good show coming up on Sunday, hopefully. If you look at our champions going into the Great American Bash, Kidman has been the Cruiserweight champion for 51 days. Only one defense, which was against Rey Mysterio at Slamboree. They'll go one-on-one again this week. Lance Storm is your new hardcore champion, an amazing lineage of Norman Smiley, Sabu and Lance Storm. The US Championship is vacant after we gave it to Scott Steiner, then Scott Steiner walked out. The World Heavyweight Champion is Sting, and this is the longest title reign since Goldberg's initial title reign. Which is kind of amazing that that's the case. Tag Championships are vacant because, again, we gave them to the Outsiders who both quit. And Chris Kanyon is having a very impressive TV title reign right now. 141 days. He's having the time of his life. He's one of our most popular stars as well now. He's having a great time. We've done a really good job with Chris Kanyon. That's all I'm going to say. And that's going to end the episode. It's going to be another one in a few days' time. I am in Greece as you're watching this, enjoying the sun, hopefully. Don't mind me just clicking that up for some stupid reason. I am in Greece when this video comes out, and I will be just back from Greece by the time Great American Bash comes out. So that's nice. And yeah, hit like, subscribe, comments, all that usual fun. stuff, and I will see you guys for the Great American Bash. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.